Hello everyone and welcome once again to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. If it's your first time on this channel, welcome, and please make sure that you don't leave without subscribing. But if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for your support. Thank you for being here, and I really appreciate your support. Today I'm going to be clearing some of your questions, answering some of your questions, clearing some of your assumptions of me. I recently posted on Facebook and on WhatsApp that I wanted to do a get to know me type of tag or assumptions type of a video, and I asked you guys to send me all your questions or assumptions of me, and you guys came through. All right, you guys came through. So I've got all your questions. Because they came from different platforms, I had to actually make a note of everything. So I am going to be reading those questions and trying to answer all the questions. But also what's also happening today is that I am having my dinner. It is about 6 o'clock now. It's 10 minutes past 6 o'clock and I'm about to have my dinner. I did order some wimpy from Mr. D because I was lazy to cook, and I also wanted to do this. So we are gonna have this Q&A assumptions tag as a mukbang style. So I'm gonna be eating and answering some of your questions. I did order a burger. I know there's an egg here, there's bacon. Yeah, I don't know what's it called. I'm also having my grapefruit juice and guacamole. You'll know how I feel about Evo. And obviously my fries. So yeah, getting to your questions. Oh, I also made myself, because I asked them not to include cutlet. I didn't know that spices, vinegars, tomato, serviettes, and all those things were actually part of a cutlet. So they didn't give me salt, they didn't give me vinegar, tomato, ketchup, or anything. They just gave me the food as is. So yeah, so I had to make myself a homemade. It's tomato sauce mixed with chili sauce, just so I can be able to actually eat these fries, or else I won't be able to. All right. So without wasting any more of your time, guys, let me just switch off this thing. Your questions. Okay, the first question, I'm not going to be naming who the question is from unless I recall who the person is, but the first question here is, where were you born? Okay, so originally I'm from Kagiso. I was born, raised in Kagiso. Kagiso is in Johannesburg, in the west of Johannesburg, so I'm from the West Rand. So yeah, I'm from Kagiso in the West Rand. That's my hometown, that's where I'm from. What was childhood like for you? Childhood, yo, it was pretty much almost like any other child in the township. We did a lot of playing in the street, you know, and all of that. I didn't have a lot of friends, and I still don't have a lot of friends. I think that's just always been my thing. But I've always been out playing with other kids, or I was in school. But I've always been like an active type of a child. I played volleyball in school. I also played basketball, and that was both in primary school and in high school. So I played those two sports, and yeah. Guys, if you think of anything that happens in the township, I was there. I did it all. Honestly, when I say that I did it all, I did it all. Only thing you do is that you wake up in the morning. All you need to do is you clean, make sure that your chores is done. Before even anybody says, hey, you can go, you're already out. And that was just it. The next question, what is your preferred alcohol beverage? Oh, the beve. And it does say alcoholic. Alright, alcoholic beverage preference for me, I like champagne. So I'll give you a list, maybe my top 5. Champagne, no brands or anything, I'll just say what type of beverage it is. So I do like my champagne. So champagne is my on the top of my list, so that's my number 1, followed by Hennessy, followed by gin, cider, and then wine. I don't drink any beer. I don't do no cough syrup. I don't do any of those other stuff. But I do shots. I also do shots, like when I'm out and I'm having fun. I do that. But that's my top 5: champagne, Hennessy, cognac, champagne, cognac, gin, cider, and wine. That's my stuff. That's my stuff. That is my stuff. Alright, you look like you have it all figured out. You look like you've got it all figured out. Wrong. I don't have anything figured out, guys. I don't have everything figured out. I am a human being threading the world that was created by a higher power than me. I can never have it all figured out. I do learn to take each day as it comes. I allow myself moments to feel stuff, to go through stuff, and maybe the reason I come across as somebody that has it all is because I don't deny myself of the moments to feel the stuff, be it pain, be it misery, be it happiness, joy, be it excitement. You know, I meet myself each and every day where I'm at. If on that day I don't feel like going out, I don't feel like doing anything, I don't want to talk to anyone, I want to just be in my PJs the whole day and not even brush my teeth, trust me, I do that, you know. But if I want to wake up, get dressed, put on my makeup, look all snatched and head to the mall, head to the club, you know what, have fun with my husband, I do that. Alright, so I'm the type of person that doesn't have it all figured out. I do a lot of things, I tried a lot of things, but I'm an honest person I'm very honest with myself, and I'm very honest with my reality. I'm very honest with who I am. And that's just about it, you know. I may look like I have it figured out because I might not look like, hey, Nyakala and stuff. I do. Everybody cries in their corner, you know, and just because people don't see it, it doesn't mean that it doesn't happen, but it does happen. So yeah, quickly before I answer the next question, I just want to take a bite of this thing. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I also have a mirror just in case. That was worth it. That was worth it. Okay, moving on to the next question. Are you single or are you married? Clearly somebody that doesn't know me. I am very taken. I am very married. Alright, I'm married. I am married. I've been married for just less than over a year. Anniversary is on the 3rd of November. So second anniversary approaching soon. But me and my husband had been dating for 9 years. So yeah, so very married. I don't want to get into the details of our relationship, marriage, and how we met and all of that. If you want to find out, ask me in the comments and I'll tell you all about it. Alright, next question. What is your favorite Bible scripture? Your favorite Bible scripture? Luke 1 verse 1 to 2, or Luke 1 verse 2. The one that says, the scripture that says, count it all joy. Woo! Hallelujah. Count it all joy, guys. I actually wanted to get a tattoo, but my husband, when I wanted to get the tattoo, I had been going through stuff. Like I said, I always go through stuff and I'm very honest with myself. So I had been going through stuff and I said, you know what, I want to get the tattoo. I want to get this tattoo. And my husband was like, yeah, that's fine, that's cool, but not now. And I was like, Haibo, why not now? Why would you say not now? And he was like, no, because I feel like if you do it now, you're doing it because you're going through pain, you're not in your right mind. You shouldn't have to do something so permanent based on a situation that's temporary. And I understood where he came from and I respect him for that. And I was like, okay, yeah, I get it, but I still want it. I'm still gonna go and get my tattoo. Well, there's a question for another day. So what I'm gonna do, guys, I just wanna open this burger up and because guys, we've been on lockdown for 2 months. So yay, says deserve into is banana lazy, into is banana easy. All right, I'm gonna take another bite and then we're gonna move on to the next question. Okay. Ooh. Back to your questions. I think we were on number... You recently lost a lot of weight. How did you do it? I think I was still answering how I lost weight. So pretty much my weight loss journey was gym. Gym every day. Not every day. As much as possible a week. So I didn't just go 3 times. I didn't just go 2 times. You know, as much as I could. If I could go 2 times in one day, I would do that. And if I could go 7 days, if I could go 7 times in 7 days, I would do that. But because I actually enrolled at the work gym, and I was gymming at the work gym, so I was limited on weekends. So I didn't gym only on weekends, but sometimes I would wake up and go for a jog or do some exercises at work, at home. But it was just pretty much it. I didn't do anything else. Yes, I diet and I like smoothies and I like juicing once in a while there and there, but I think if I had to, if somebody asked me what actually resulted in me losing weight, and I'll say is gym, and that's all that I did. All right, so yes guys, gym, but it helps with a lot of things. That's the one thing that I love about gym. It helped me with a lot of things. It helped me with my health. It helped me with my confidence. It helped me lose weight. And it was just time away from my desk. Because I would usually go to the gym at lunchtime. So I didn't sit at the canteen and, you know, or I didn't sit at the canteen and eat. So it helped me to avoid eating. That was also my way of avoiding to eat. So that's how I did it. So the next question says, I met you once and I must say you look unapproachable. And this is from a guy. A very typical, I expected something like this. I have what a lot of people call a resting bitch face. When you meet me the first time, you will think that I'm unapproachable. You will think that I'm Taliban. You will think that I'm arrogant, yes, born now or anything. I just have that about my face. But I always tell people, give me a chance, give me an hour, give me an hour or 2, you know, hang around me and get to know me. Don't just think that you can just walk up to our table where we're sitting and think I'm gonna start smiling and be like, hi, are you friends with who? Can I be your friend? No, when you walk up to a table and you start speaking to people that you know, whilst you don't know me, I'm just gonna back up and be like, yeah, talk to your people. Obviously that's what I'm gonna do, but I'm not, guys, but you know what, this is something that I've had to deal with. It's just an assumption. That's just what people think about me, but I am not that. I am not an unapproachable person. I am not a not kind person. I'm very bubbly. I am very fun. I love to laugh. I think that's why I say that people need to give me a chance, get to know me a little bit, and you realize that I'm actually just, I'm just like another girl that just also likes to have fun. That there's nothing big or anything too small about me, but I'm definitely not an unapproachable person. I am very kind, I am very friendly, I am bubbly, I like people, I like interacting, I like conversations, and I like making friends and making new friends. I like to get to know people. So it's the most incorrect or wrong assumption about me, but it's the most common one because I get that a lot. That's what a lot of people say about me. We're born, but it's nothing like that, honestly. And another question, okay, that was an assumption. So the question that follows is, would you rather go clubbing or fine dining? Okay, I don't know what they mean by fine dining, but I would rather go to dine. I'd rather go fine dining. I'd rather go to a restaurant, have a meal, have a chill. I like chilled vibes. Club, yes, with my girls, when, you know, once in a while you want that type of vibe. But if I had to choose between the two, definitely I would pick fine dining. Right. And when are you having a baby? Ooh, another question that is like the most common and the most popular one. When are you having a baby? Guys, I am gonna have a baby. Me and my husband are talking about it. Me and my husband are planning a baby. Me and my husband are gonna have a baby soon. But when and how and all the other details is, I'm not ready to divulge in all of that as yet. But trust me, it's coming. It's coming. I know there's a lot of people who cannot wait to be an auntie to my kids, so don't worry, I'm not gonna disappoint you guys. Soon, just give me time. All right, if you had to change one thing about you, what would that be? Okay, one thing. All right, let me just take a bite. Remember, this is a mukbang, so it's hard to actually focus on eating and also speaking at the same time. So let me just take a nice big bite of this, and then I'm gonna answer the question. Whatever. I love apple. Don't judge me, guys. I am hungry. I saved up myself for this meal. I didn't eat the whole day. I didn't even have coffee today. So when I thought of doing a mukbang, I was like, yo, yeah, because I was starving and I was battling to actually decide what I was gonna eat. So if I had to change one thing about me, I'll give you one reason, two reasons actually. I'll give you one. If there's anything that I would like to change about my physical body, is my waist. So I have a wide waist, you know? So when I start gaining weight, the first place that gains weight is my waist. When I gain weight, that's the first place, and it's also the last place, the most stubborn place for me to lose weight. So if I had to change anything about me, I wish I was small-waisted. I'm not very tiny-waisted or anything, but I really wish that my waist wasn't that big. And I think even from the time when I was a little kid, when I was a teenager, I was skinny, but my waist wasn't as, you know, as skinny like most people that are skinny. So I've always had a waist, although I was skinny. I hope you understand. And if there's one thing besides the outside or the external that I would like to change about myself, I would like to stop overthinking things. If I had to change anything about me, is to stop overthinking things and to overreact. I'm that person that gets into trouble because of my reaction to situations. So if somebody had to steal money from me or do something to me, my reaction will end up being the one that gets the hate or that gets more attention than what the person initially did, because when I react, yeah, I'm that person. So I'm always regretting it later because the result of my reaction outweighs what the person may have done to me even in the first place, you know. So yeah, overthinking and also to overreact. That's the, I hope that actually answers your question. I know it's not one, but oh, yeah, it's long. Avocado, guys. What is your favorite book? Favorite book, I would say Eat, Pray, Love. Eat, Love and Pray. Pray, Eat, Love. Yeah, that book. That is my favorite book. That is, yeah, I think the most recent book that I actually read from start to finish. I did start reading a book by Stephen Furtick, Unqualified. I think the book is called Unqualified, but I'm not done with it as yet, so hence I'm saying I'm actually mentioning the other one, because with that one I'm actually done, but with this I'm still reading it. I'm not reading it every day, and I think I'm not as committed as I would like to be to actually read the book and finish it and actually move on to another book. I have a lot of Christian books in my I don't know if I should call it a library or what. I have really a lot of Christian books that I like buying books, and I don't really get to read them, but yeah, that's the thing about me. But if you ask me, my most favorite book, which is the most recent book that I've actually read from start to finish, I would say Eat, Pray and Love. From our travel, you look like someone that cares a lot about what other people think or say. Sure. Okay, this is from a friend of mine. I used to travel with her to work. The most craziest person I've ever met in my life. Yeah, the most craziest person that I ever met in my life. So when she says that I care a lot about what other people think, it's because she cares like extremely less. You know, when I feel like you should actually care, she doesn't. So for someone like that to think that of me is very understandable, because it's like the opposite. So she really cares too little. Like she's those people that you would actually say she's oblivious of anyone and what happens in the world. She's just stuck up in her own world. And I said that to her face and she was like, yeah, no, I'm not offended. I am like that. So for someone like that to think that of me, very understandable, because I'm the type of person that actually cares not only about what people say or think about me. I do care a lot about my reputation. I don't like to do things that are going to taint my reputation. So I'm not gonna be stuck up because, oh, people will say. No, it's not to that extent. But if there's anything that's outside of my control, I can understand. But yeah, so for someone to think that is very understandable, and I get where she comes from. It's just a difference in personalities, in characters, and as well as in opinions. So I know she doesn't mean that in a judgmental way. It's just, you know, when you spend that time, or because we travel together to work and back for 5 days every week. So when you spend that much time with someone that's a complete opposite of you, you tend to have misconceptions about them. But yeah, so it's not that I care a lot about what other people think. I am the type of person that actually likes to avoid trouble. I like to avoid drama, and I avoid giving people something to talk about, you know. I'm not saying that I don't live my life to the fullest because, oh, I care what people are going to say, but I'm just pretty much very I thread carefully. I'm the type of person that thinks about my decisions, you know. Before I do anything, I like to think about it. So yeah, I'm not the type of person that just lives off the edge, you know. I lives on the edge where a sunbeam, you know, anything goes, you do whatever is whatever. No, I'm not the type of a person. But yeah, it's not that I care what people think. I do what I want and what I want when I want, but I don't like negative energy, and I don't like to draw negative attention and things that will question my reputation, question my personality and my character. All right, so yeah, I'm that type of a person. So I do also have another question that I didn't note down. If you knew then what you know now, how different would your life be? If I knew then, and I also have, okay, if I knew then what I know now, how different would my life be? My life would be so different, guys. I think everything under the earth is ordained, and we are always exactly where we are meant to be. The will of God always takes precedence. No matter how much we plan, no matter how hard we work, we always end up where God wants us to be, you know. And that's one of the things that I'm very grateful for, that the grace of God supersedes, and it takes over everything, you know. No matter how bad you are, if you're meant to be blessed, you'll be blessed. And no matter how good you are, if something is not meant for you, it won't be meant for you. So the grace of God almost like brings that balance in the world. But in another sense, if I knew then what I know now, if I knew then that there's things like bursaries, if there's things like scholarships, I would have maybe had a degree by now. I would maybe be working towards a master's. When I was in high school, I did want to study IT. And funny how things always work out. Like right now, don't give me a computer, don't give me a laptop, don't give me a camera. Like like I said, I've been struggling with this camera to get it to zoom in, and with the settings, I've just been struggling with the settings on this camera. So now anything technological, like get it away from me, like sort it out and give it to me when it's ready to be used. I don't want to have to figure stuff out. All right. Or I would have been, at some point I was so skinny I wanted to be a model. At some point I was so good at singing I wanted to be a musician. So there's a lot of things that I actually wanted to know about. How different would my life would have been right now is that if I had been able to go to school, had I known that there was platforms, scholarships, and so many avenues and so many ways that a person can actually be able to get the education that they need, I would actually be maybe not working, but a full-time student working towards, or maybe I would have completed a degree and working and doing something that I absolutely love. So that's how different my life would have been had I known what I know now. Okay, and this lady sent a couple of questions. How many babies would you like to have? I would like to have two kids. I want two. One for my husband, one for me. Done. All right. Do you ever get broke money-wise for your coffee or your clothes? Guys, I'm a normal human being. I'm a working citizen in South Africa. Like, who doesn't get broke? You know, I know there's levels of brokenness where someone will say they are broke, but they are sitting with that, like 10,000 in their account or 1 million in their account. And there's someone who says, I'm broke because they are just left with 3,000 and counting. Maybe by selling in 2 weeks, they spend about 1.5 on dining out and stuff like that. But I'm a normal human being. I'm a working citizen of this country, and I do get broke. I try not to. I am very cautious and very attentive to how I spend my money, and if there's one thing that I do hate, is actually to not have money, you know. And I don't mean that from somebody or anything. No, I hate, because I like things that are just unplanned, you know. I just want to be like on a Saturday and decide, you know what, I just want to go to the mall and eat out and shop, you know, unplanned, just like that. I'm that type of a person. So but I'm very cautious about how I spend my money, where I spend my money, and when do I spend my money. So what I do is that like payday, after debit orders and all of that, I relax and I don't spend that much money. I always spend my money towards payday because I'm always the type of, I'm that person that's always waiting for an emergency, you know. I don't want things to catch me off guard. I'm just the type of person that doesn't want to be caught off guard. So towards payday, towards the next payday, that's where I splurge. That's where I actually say, okay, I have this much, I sunbathe, you know, whether it's drinks, whether it's clothes, whether it's food, whatever, you know, whatever it is that I want to do. I'm just the type of person, but I'm always, I try to avoid having to have situations catch me off guard, right? What advice would you give young couples who want to get married around 30 years, I'm assuming, of age? Traditional wedding or white wedding, and why? Home or venue to host a wedding? Yo, all right, that's like yo. Okay, advice. Okay, what advice would you give couples who want to get married around 30? Guys, whether you want to get married at 21 or whether you want to get married at 20 or at 30, or you want to get married at 40 or at 60, marriage is a beautiful thing. It's a constitution. It's God's constitution, and I think it's just one of the things that Nkulunkulu got right. Like when Nkulunkulu he got it right, and I mean by the fact by what marriage stands for, and I think what it's supposed to achieve and accomplish amongst people and amongst the couple, you understand? So if you want to get married, take the plunge, do it. I mean, I don't see how bad things could be. People stay in relationships for 10 years, but they feel that they can't put that same onto a relationship. You know, people spend time trying to make relationships work, but how different is it when it comes to marriage? Because you need the same effort, you need the same commitment, you know. So I have nothing against people who want to get married. I don't question people who don't want to get married. Just make sure that you're getting married, you want to marry somebody that you love and somebody that you actually want to grow old with. because you may think that it's just part-time, it's just short-term, but 70 years down the line you're still with the same person and there's no turning back. So just make sure that it's somebody that you respect, someone that you love, somebody that you adore, somebody that's your friend. Friendship is very important. If you're friends with your partner, with your husband, with your boyfriend, it's easier to deal with things, it's easier to communicate, it's easier to face challenges together as a, you know, as partners. So I have nothing against it. If people want to get married, oh no, by all means. So the second part of this question says traditional wedding or white wedding. Really, it doesn't matter, guys. The fact of the matter is that we are shatta. If you have the money for a traditional wedding, shatta in your traditional. If you have the money for the white wedding, get married in your white wedding. I don't have anything against those two. Do whatever it is that pleases you. Do whatever it is that feels good to you. Do whatever it is that you can actually afford. I think my advice would be do what you can afford. Have the type of wedding that you can afford. Nothing that you cannot afford. Home or venue, same applies to the same question. Do whatever it is that you can afford. If you can afford to have your wedding at a venue, then go ahead. Why not? I don't see why it should be a problem. And if you want to have it at home, oh, by all means, then you can have more people there, because then you don't have to worry about how people are going to get to the venue or anything like that. So do whatever that rocks your boat. That's the word that I was looking for. I've forgotten to eat, guys. You see, this mukbang is going, it's just going wrong. Okay guys, thank you so much. We've reached the end of the mukbang, get to know me tag and your assumptions. So I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys also are going to enjoy this video. Please remember to subscribe, to like, to share, comment, and hit the bell. All right, do the right thing. But on a serious note, guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate your guys' support. Thank you so much for tuning in. Yes, this was my first mukbang, and you know what, this is the first of so many things and so many stuff that I'm going to be actually uploading on this channel. Thank you so much. See you in my next one. Thank you. Bye.